both of the players, Berahino and Zaha, and Benteke, are both Premier League proven strikers.
Right.
So
Well,
if
that's
they
how I
get
feel about how Everton fans in the news maybe seeing uh, I don't know how true this story is, but apparently City's willing to offer Bonnie in their offer for John Stones, and I think John Stones is leaving. I don't think um I don't think we'll have him locked up that long. And
right, and that's another big transfer saga to touch on.
and people are saying Bonnie isn't a good striker and he's not going to score his goals, but we've seen he's proven at Swansea. He goes to Man City, he's not going to play, and then their system isn't built for him. So
Right. Their system is built purely off of pace,
right,
with
and
Aguero as their main striker, with Sterling, Navas, and even De Bruyne's quite quick on the
definitely.
wings. Bringing in a striker like Wilfred Bonny, whose main asset is his head and his strength, it just doesn't fit into the
And
Manchester City team at all.
and he's
And
almost a like for like with Lukaku as well.
he is, and I think Lukaku and Bonny would be two great strikers for
Uh,
Everton to have
and I've
because they
heard
have
continue
like who plays on the left?
for Everton.
Yes.
Definitely either Morales, sometimes maybe
Right, Morales.
Barkley.
So you guys have Delafeu and Morales crossing in to either Bonny or Lukaku.
Oh yeah,
And Lukaku is a definitely Premier League proven player. 18 goals last year in the league. One
for sure.
Everton's top goal scorer. He's a great striker. World
Um,
class finishing. I think that
it's
Bonny and Lukaku would be
yeah,
very successful.
yeah, definitely. And I've heard that sometimes Cooper wants to play two up top, and I think that'd be a good connection right there. Lukaku has
Right.
a lot of pace. I don't know about his Bonnie's pace, but Lukaku's quick.
Bonny's
He's
not.
strong.
Yeah, Lukaku's a lot quicker than Bonny is.
So yeah, I think that'd be a good little combination up there. Or little,
Right.
not little.
Yeah.
um,
And if Stones leaves, and there's been rumors that Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli would be the replacement fee, but
which
for around like 49 million,
40, yeah,
correct?
41 million pounds from what I see, at
How
least.
how would you feel about that? I think he'd
He's a
be
great defender, but I
he
don't
is a
know,
great
41
defender,
million pounds.
and that would be a good replacement for John Stones. He's not a step down, he's not a step up. He's probably a step up defending
I think
wise.
for sure, for sure. John Stones is um not that not unreliable, but he's shaky sometimes, and he
Yeah,
gets
he
himself
can
in
be
that
a
situations
liability in
with
the
his
back
dribbling sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
And I think when you look at it and you see 41 million pounds, but then you think, and it's like we're sending John Stones to City and we're getting Koulibaly and Bonnie in return, basically.
Right.
So
Which
it's
isn't a
not
bad
that
deal
bad
at
at
all
all,
for losing
right?
John
And then we
Stones.
still have Funes Mori if we really need to fill that gap, and he's an insane defender. He played well for Argentina in the Copa,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
So, um, let's do. If you want, we can predict our team's starting 11 for next season.
All right, you can go first.
All right. So for United, I think we saw Mourinho play a 4-2-3-1 formation, which he's always fancied, whatever team he was at. So I think at goalie is obviously going to be David De Gea. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best. He's saved our teams countless amount of times. He's
Right.
just one of the most important assets to our team, and he's still young, 25 years old or 26 years old, and goalkeepers can play long. He still has plenty of time left in him. If we can hold on to him for the rest of his career, which would be hard, but if we can manage, then he could be a United legend.
Definitely.
On the left, for defense-wise, Luke Shaw, plenty of potential if he can return from his injury. I think Jose could get the best of him. In center back, Chris Smalling, and his center back partner, I'll come back to that later because that's another talking topic.
Mhm.
On the right, I think it's going to be Darmian. On the left, I think it's going to be Martial, and I can't go into detail how much I love Anthony Martial. He came, what a waste of money they all said about him. Why are we signing some 19-year-old from Monaco who hasn't even proven himself in the French league? What is that going to do for us? And then he comes in his debut. He got subbed on, and 20 minutes later scores a great finish against Liverpool, our rivals. And I think that's when we all knew that this kid is going to be something special.
The
And
next
he
Henri,
finished
they called
off
him
the
right after that one.
and the next throughout the season, he scored 17 goals for us, our top goal scorer, easily. So him on the left, two midfielders. I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say Paul Pogba and probably Morgan Schneiderlin, because he's still got loads of potential. He can still be a fantastic player. And on the right, I'm going to say Mkhitaryan. Even though I want Mkhitaryan to play at cam, I just don't see anybody else that could play right wing. Like, Mata can play there, whether he'll stay or whether he'll go. We don't know.
Yeah.
But on the right, and then at cam, I have Wayne Rooney, United legend, fallen off the radar the past couple of years, but he's that kind of player that you just can't. He's our captain. You can't not have him in the team. And I think that Mkhitaryan's better than him, obviously. Like, we have players that are better than him. I just don't see him leaving. And then at striker, who else but Zlatan Ibrahimovic? And there's not much.
Beautiful name to have in that United squad.
I know. There's not much that anybody has to say about him. People doubt him. Oh, he played in a farmers league. He failed at Barcelona. He's old. He's slow. He had a bad Euros. Well, for an old, slow person, I think 56 goals and 20 assists was kind of good.
Yeah.
Not to mention that he scored 5 more goals last season than Ronaldo. But he's old and slow, and he had bad Euros. So I think that we'll probably only have him for one season, but the fact that he'll retire in a United shirt, it's like destiny.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's destiny to be in the Premier League, at
It was
least.
his destiny. It was like throwing a dart at because of how many teams he switched. Like
Right.
y'all won the lottery.
Yeah.
To be fair, but yeah. For my Everton lineup, it'll in goal. I'm gonna be optimistic and say Asmir Begovic.
All right.
You never know. This is just something. We're not
Yeah.
heavily linked with anybody. We're not. I don't know. Left back, Leighton Baines, tried and true, all reliable, whatever. He's the best left back in the Premier League on his day if he's not injured, you know. Two center backs. Now I'm not sure if Jagielka's our captain, but you never know if if maybe Koeman isn't so impressed with him. So I think it's actually kind of close between Funes Mori and Jagielka, but I'm gonna still say Jagielka and John Stones. Oh no, excuse me, Funes Mori, and then oh my God, okay, whoa. Jagielka, Koulibaly, and then Funes Mori, backing him up. But I think Funes Mori is very close to either kicking out Jagielka or kicking out Koulibaly. He's a very strong defender. Right back, Seamus Coleman. We need to bring in a backup for him, challenge him a little bit. And I think we're gonna be running a 4-4-2 or maybe a 4-2-3-1. You never know. I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1 for now because that's what we played in the friendly earlier.
Right. And one quick question before I let you move on with your team. Do you think that Galloway should get some first team opportunities after his performance today?
Definitely.
Like not like obviously a starter, but given
they're
a chance now and again
in the cup games and stuff like that. So he'll prove himself. I think he'll get better with time even.
Right.
I think he'll be a great defender for us in the future.
Mm-hmm.
For my defensive mids, it's gonna be Gareth Barry, and I'll be a little bit optimistic again and say Witsel because you just never know.
Right.
I think James McCarthy had a disappointing season last year. Barry was our best player by far. He was just all over the place. Not all over the place, but he's playing balls. He's playing defense. He's doing everything. Our left wing, I'm gonna go ahead and say Morales. I think he's gonna be a new player under Koeman. I think Martinez didn't give him a chance. I don't like him because of the stuff he does with his he loses his head sometimes and he gets red cards in 5 seconds and he steals penalties from Leighton Baines and stuff. But
Hmm.
um yeah, Kevin Morales, right mid, definitely Gerard Deulofeu. People who follow me on Twitter know he's my favorite player. I think he's on his day, he's the most dangerous player in the Premier League. With his pace and his crossing and his dribbling and all that. Um, he can work on his finishing, I think, but that comes with time too. Attacking center mid is gonna be Ross Barkley, of course. Um, he's he's insane. Once he gets his head right, he's gonna be one of the best players. And then up top, the most frustrating player in the Premier League by a long shot, the big famous Romelu Lukaku. His agent and him and his dad will not shut their mouths. They will not shut up. Just oh my lord, just dude. He will not shut his mouth. He's always talking about every time he wants to go, every time they have an international break, he goes to Belgium, comes in the water, and these Belgian dudes have to just say they're leaving and do whatever or something. I don't know what's going on. And if he works on his touch, I mean, he'll be one of the best strikers in the world for sure. He's just an insane
Hmm.
goal scorer. But
He
yeah,
scores
I
goals.
think I think we'll challenge for the Europa League for sure. Um, hopefully, if we can play right. So yeah.
Hmm. I think I've chosen Everton as sort of my dark horse, but I don't think they're like a bad enough team to be considered a dark horse.
Right.
They're not, but I think they're gonna do well. I think they will get European football. Will they get Champions League football? I don't think they will with everybody coming in, all the managers, all the
Right.
new players for all the clubs. But if I were an Everton fan, I would be disappointed if we did not get
Oh, for
Europa
sure. We
League.
were disappointed last year. So,
Right,
and the year before. So definitely it's something that should be we should have it. We should
right,
be challenging for the Europa League title. We should be challenging
right.
for the fourth spot, you know? You
Yeah,
never
and I
know.
think
You
that's
never
the
know.
type of club that Everton are, the team that should
Right.
be challenging for that.
Right. Um we'll see what happens, I guess. This season's going to be
Yeah,
something crazy.
it's going to be a great season.
I agree. Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been the Premier Outlook podcast. I'm Sammy with
And
Andy. Um, uh,
don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's at the Prem Outlook.
Definitely. You can follow me on Twitter at EFC Delafeu, and you can follow him at.
At the Blaze Days. Blaze spelled like Blaze Matuidi, even though he's probably not going to come. I put it there when I thought he was.
Well, you never
But
know. You can be optimistic, I guess.
yeah, you can.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching or listening.